Welcome, witches, pagans and lovers of the season. Welcome to day 1 of the 12 days of Yule. Welcome back to the light. So what are your traditions? What are your rituals for now? For that there will be as many answers as people watching, for the turn of the wheel is as much a story as a turn of a page, and it's our story, unique and wonderful. For me, my traditions mix the nature I love with my memories of childhood and Santa and Christmas. So pine cones, fir, holly and mistletoe sit alongside Father Christmas and nativity scenes, and that makes me, or you, no less of a witch, just our own witch with our own tale to tell. My tree every year is decorated to look like a firework exploding, but now as I tread a path more pagan, there is a different way of looking at it all. A star remains, but it is joined now by a stag, and the woodland creeps in more now amongst the tinsel. But those earlier memories of 6 of Cups tarot card Christmases remain, and those memories don't need putting down as you pick up the title of witch. Not unless you want to, of course. And then the tradition of a second tree full of my children's handmade ornaments, as Mom the Empress card, also affecting my traditions and story of Yule and Christmas time. So our stories are different, but there is a key element for me of Yule, which makes the Christmas decorations my favourite thing of all. There is the tradition of light, welcoming back the light. And so amongst swans for Bridget and Father Christmases representing the Dagda and new mushroom ornaments depicting my pagan path, I think about light. I've always loved the fairy lights and the decorations the most about this time of the year. And for me now, the fairy lights aren't just pretty, they are symbolic of welcoming back the light. So when I take my kids Christmas shopping for a new ornament every year for the tree, which is one of our traditions, now I don't walk in just thinking, well, this is a nice day out. I think about my spiritual path, hence the fact the kids couldn't pull me away from this display. If ever I saw Christmas and paganism combined, it's this display of woodland ornaments for the tree. Oh boy, did this display have my heart. I discovered mushroom hunting this year. I spend time in the woods walking my dogs. I am a garden witch, a green witch. I've been working with plants as well this year. I'm also a doll collector, so look at these gorgeous ornaments. To say I wanted everything is an understatement. So enjoy the feast for the eyes, where Christmas and Yule sit truly holding hands, and that's fine. For a long time I thought I might have to abandon one to follow the other, but I don't think we ever have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. We just create our own perfect story for ourselves. After all, isn't that what witchcraft is all about? It's about owning our story, all of it, not being told rules by others. It's finding our own path, forging our own connections with this amazing universe that we live in. For me, that's what witchcraft is about. It was about stepping back into my power. In a funny way, these Christmas ornaments kind of summed that up for me. We can look at Christmas through any lens we want, including the lens of a witch. So what ornaments did we pick? I was really tempted with this wheelbarrow one, being a garden witch. Also, I work at the seaside. I have a caravan by the sea, which I miss off season, so I was really tempted with the caravan. and also distracted by this incredible Christmas town. Every year I have the same conversation. Every year I say we're going to buy one house, until I realise they're about £100 each. And every year I say, no, we'll just come and look at it here. The kids laughed. Mum, you say that every year. They reminded me. And I do. Every year I say, no, let's just come back here and look. And that's another thing that can change our traditions and our rituals. Budget. Our budgets that we have. I would love to buy a town like this to set up in the house, but budget and location as well. Would this work if I lived on the beach? Probably not. So can you spot the new ornaments we bought for our tradition of one new ornament a year? Can you spot them yet? Yes, there's mine. I went for the caravan to remind me that she's there waiting for the season again in March. Tilly chose a hedgehog, Poppy has a white fox up in her room, and Busby chose the bee. So another tradition that includes the idea of bringing light in is going for nighttime walks around my neighbourhood with the kids to look at everybody's lights on their houses. Some houses left dark, some simple, and others like this incredible display raising money for charity. It was just so lovely to wander out on a drizzly school evening and to be met with magic. Yes, this isn't particularly witchy, but if you view it as a way of welcoming the light back in, then suddenly Santa becomes the Dagda and the snowman becomes a magic spell. It's just so wonderful. And a candy cane's magic wands, perhaps. Anything is possible in the magic of your own imagination. We loved this so much. And we can't ignore the tradition of our friend Buddy the elf arriving and getting up to all sorts with a whole litany of friends that he brings with him every year, including his Barbie girlfriend. So all through December and all through Yule and through winter solstice, we have Buddy and his gang wrecking the joint and getting up to all sorts. It is so much fun, and I love that this is one of our traditions, even when they do use all the dog food tins to climb up and completely ransack the treat cupboard. Naughty Buddy. Every year I put the Santa soap out in the bathrooms, but this shows how intent can change something, because now I leave the Santa soap out all year long because it's now a love spell. My kids once said I was never allowed to date another man with a beard unless it's Santa, so let's hope this does the trick. And my divination practice, I am a divination witch. I love tarot and oracle, but I also love dolls and doll collecting. So every December now I do a dolls and divination December using tarot and the tiny soul whispers held within doll spirits to give daily readings over on my doll collecting channel. If you'd have told me that 10 years ago, I would never have believed you. This is one of my tarot spaces with my tarot trolley. This is another tradition of this time of year. I sort out my decks for Yule time, and the trolley gets a makeover, as do all my altars over the house, but that's a video for tomorrow, so come back to see all of my altars. And then I cleanse the house, I tidy, but I also do a tidy up in my magic garden, which includes harvesting seeds and giving thanks for the garden, for clearing space for the new life, which is very winter solstice energy as well, and also bringing some foraged materials inside, especially these seed heads that look like the sun with the sun rays. It's just a beautiful way of developing a connection with Mother Earth, Earth being the key element that I work with. And finally, as a witch and taking my power back, I'm more prepared now for the week when my kids all disappear to their dads. Traditionally my hardest time of the year, but look, I'm preparing now. I've bought loads of secondhand jigsaws for really cheap. I'm going to do a jigsaw spell. If there are any missing puzzle pieces, I'm going to use what should be on those missing pieces as a special jigsaw spell message. I just can't wait. Of course, I'll probably only manage one, and I have prepared for reading, and now my reading list is very different. I thought this Christmas a tarot study and looking at this incredible art book for the Deviant Moon, another deck that definitely made it onto my winter solstice tarot trolley. So witches, pagans and season lovers, I hope that you enjoyed seeing some of my traditions and some of my story around this turning of the wheel. This was my turning of the page with my memories from childhood and my life history combined. I hope you liked the story from Santa soap bottle love spells to jigsaw spells. And if you did enjoy it, come back tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to share every single altar in my house, and I can't wait to do that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.